Hey yo, what it do? Welcome back to another episode of Elevation Talks. Hey yo, listen, this episode right here, this is our mid-year audit. And listen, this might be a conversation that you don't want to hear, but you need to hear. Okay? Let's just go and get into it. So, the other day somebody asked me, Naye, what can you say has been the most transformative decision you have made this year? And so I started thinking, I'm like, shoot, I got a couple. But the one that really stood out was me making the decision to cut off my past. And I'm talking about, when I say cut off, I'm talking about my past, meaning people. There are some places I don't go anymore. There are some people that I don't answer the phone for no more. Like, I literally cut off my past. And that was a really important decision that I felt like I had to make. Not necessarily just, oh, I just want to. No, I had to. If I'm talking about moving forward, if I'm talking about really going all in and really living the life and having the blessings and just everything, all that God has for me, it is going to require me to let go of my past. My past can no longer have access to me because it can't go where I'm going. You can't, and this is one of the biggest things that I feel like I had to really accept. Your past, present, and future can't exist in the same space, right? So here I am, and I've seen it several times. I had to really sit and think about when God elevates me, right? Because I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. I'm gonna put y'all in my business. There's a particular cycle that I keep hitting the same roadblock. I'm talking about I see God's fingerprints, right? I see the pattern. But I also started identifying my own pattern. Like, why do I keep getting stuck right here? And when I had actually took the time to really evaluate and think about it, I kept coming to the exact same answer. My past. I'm trying to bring people from my past into my future and my present. And it's like, it's clashing. That's because this don't go together. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to bring my old thought patterns, how I think, old habits, all of these things I'm trying to bring into this new life, this new version of me, these new blessings. And it's like, yeah, no, this doesn't work here. And so literally I stopped answering the phone for some people. Yeah. I'm talking about, let me tell y'all how crazy this was for me. I had somebody calling me that I had put on the block list, right? And I would see the unknown number pop up, and I didn't got so used to them calling me unknown that I would still answer the phone for them. I knew exactly who it was. And I remember I had asked them one day, hey, why do you keep calling somebody that has your number blocked and you literally have to take time out of your day before you call my number? You have to hit *67 just so you can call me unknown, right? Then I had to pause and shout out to Holy Spirit, right? Because a lot of times, if we could be honest, we be so quick to try to help other people identify what they got going on and maybe things that they need to correct that we don't even take time to really focus and do that for ourselves. So Holy Spirit brought it to me with like, well, shoot, why do you, as the person who put them on block, why do you keep answering the phone? Because here's the thing, if you don't answer, they can't connect. If you don't answer, they don't have access. And honestly, y'all, that thing hit me in my chest. Y'all, I'm talking about, I was like, you know what? I really don't even have an excuse, but there is something because you keep doing it, right? And so I got to the point where it's like, okay, well, what is it? It was the fact that, dang, this person, I think they like cool people, you know what I'm saying? I don't always agree with, a lot of the decisions or the actions that they, that they be doing. But, I just, I care about them, right? And it's like, okay, do you care about them enough to continue to stay where you at? Oh, y'all, listen, that had me. You feel me? Because I'm like, well, that ain't even no hesitation. The answer is no. I love you, but I love what I love my calling more. You hear me? I love you, but I love going forward more. You know what I'm saying? And so I really had to take a moment and just start to really identify how was my past playing a role in my current wilderness season that I was experiencing. And so literally I go through the same process of like I'm experiencing bamboo season overflow. I'm experiencing the suddenlies and all of those things. And then there's a part of that journey where there's distraction that happens. And I'll be looking like, okay, what is it about the whole distraction? Like, what is that about? Here I am trying to analyze the distraction and instead of just accepting that it is a distraction and parting ways with the distraction. And so literally, I'm just like, yo, I have to make better decisions. If I really want to go forward, if I really want to literally have access to all that God has for me, it comes down to me making a better decision to do what is best for me. And sometimes that can be hard, especially if you are a person that's like a giver, you know, a person that's like a fixer, a person that always want to see people do well and this, that, and the third. Like that was me. You know what I'm saying? And I had to really take a step back because I remember God telling me, like, yo, you getting in the way of my business. You getting in the way. You trying to be me. And that's why you feel so drained. That's why you feel so every time you talk to these people or you go to that place or you be in that environment, it drains your energy and you don't even have anything left for the people that I've actually assigned to you. Yeah. And that was another thing that I had to get. I had to start understanding that there is specific people that God has assigned for you, right? But if you're constantly being drained with things and people that are not meant for you to be serving, that keeps you stuck and that keeps you stagnant, right? And I actually learned that that's a trick of the enemy. Because it's like if the enemy know he can't stop you, right? He'll slow you down if he can. And it's like, well, how does he slow you down? He know your patterns. He know your weaknesses. He know the things that he need to do in order to catch you and keep you where you at. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm telling y'all, man, making better decisions to literally just no longer allow my past to have access to me. That was the biggest game changer of this year thus far. Because I'm telling y'all, the fruit that I have seen this year alone, yeah, like, and it didn't even just start at the top of the year. I was already having thoughts and processes and really thinking about this in the beginning of the year. And so what started happening was I would start seeing fruit. I would start seeing different things start to happen. And I'm like, oh, I like that. I like that. And I started analyzing, okay, but why you think that's happening? And it was just like, yeah, nah, I don't want to talk to this person no more. I don't want to be in this type of room no more. Like literally just started making the decision to trust God. Like, Lord, listen, I love these people. I love these things. These are the things that, you know, that have really like kept me in survival mode, right? And it's like, okay, but listen, where I'm about to take you, come on, yeah, Lord. Where I'm about to take you, you ain't gonna need that. Where I'm about to take you, you're gonna need something higher. You're gonna need more. You're gonna need better discernment, better decision-making skills, better and more iron sharpening relationships. Yes, sir. Better character, all of that. And so literally, y'all, I'm telling y'all, as I started leaning in that space, allowing God to show me where I'm weak at and develop my character. Start really getting to the root of why do I feel like, you know, I need to continue to have access with these people. It's because at some point a few seasons ago, I didn't feel chosen. And then I had to get to a point where, yo, God chose me way before any trauma, any drama, any lie that I told myself when I was coming up that I wasn't chosen. I had to start breaking all of that down. And it's like I couldn't have done it by myself. And so I'm always going to give God the credit, the honor, and the glory because literally spending that intentional time. And this is why I always tell y'all one of the very things that I do and I continue to do is spend intentional time with God. And a lot of y'all don't want to have seasons where your phone is dry. You understand? A lot of y'all don't want to have seasons where ain't nobody checking for you. A lot of y'all don't want to have seasons where you quote unquote bored. It's in those bored seasons, right? Where God get to actually spend time with you and start to begin to show you your own mirror, show you where your flaws at. You know what I'm saying? Show you where your blind spots at. Show you what's actually keeping you stagnant and staying right here versus actually coming into all that I have for you. You understand what I'm saying? It's been in that season. I call it a formation gap. It's in that season where God literally begins to develop you. Yes, sir. And it's important for you to be developed because, again, where you're going, you can't take your old mindset. You got to walk in with a kingdom or a covenant mindset. You understand what I'm saying? Where you going, your character has to be able to be exactly who you are. You know you are. And you're not looking for anybody to actually give you approval or acceptance. God has already done that. You understand what I'm saying? And so it's just like, yeah, some of us won't get alone long enough or quiet the distractions long enough to allow God to really enter into that space and spend time and speak to us. You feel me? And so literally, I'm telling you right now, it's only a few more months in a year, right? So don't even feel like, oh man, I just got to wait till next year to start over. No, you can start today, right now, in this moment. You can actually choose. You can choose. Hey, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and make this decision because I know I've been feeling this tug for quite some time. I ain't even going to lie. I'm constantly being drained. I'm tired of feeling like this. I'm tired of being right here. So I'm going to make a decision right here, right now to choose myself. I'm going to choose forward. You feel me? I'm going to choose to go all in. And I use those phrases right there because those have been my themes for the year. Forward and all in. In order for you to go forward, you got to be all in. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, figure out what your theme is going to be for the rest of the year. And I advise you to lean in because I'm telling you, it's expensive for you not to. There are things that God has with your name on it. Man, there are people that you have to meet along your journey. And I advise you, right? I want to make a suggestion to you. I would rather you be prepared to meet these people and actually be able to walk in all that God has called you to be when your next season does get here, because that's the thing. When it get here, you ain't gonna have time to get ready. You supposed to already be ready. And see, and some of y'all might feel like, okay, well, God not gonna give you, more than like what you can handle. Okay, I feel that to a degree. There's been seasons in my own personal life where there was a reason I had to get rid of the lust. There was a reason I had to get rid of that laziness or that unproductivity. There was a reason that I had to lean in because when the season finally got here, where I was up against my lust, I was battling. Had I let it go and worked on it when he said work on it, I wouldn't have been in that position to where now I'm faced with something. I would have already been able to handle it and not even allow it to press me because I had already been doing the work. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. You don't even know what's at stake. You feel me? This is why it's important for you to lean in. You have no idea what God has for you. What they say, eyes have not heard, ears have not seen. Like nobody, only God knows all the plans that he has for you. The plans that's going to help you grow and prosper and give you a hope for your future. Do you hear me? Yeah, I'm telling y'all, listen, if this right here, you being able to hear me and see me, this is a product of me leaning in. This is a product of me taking the detour. Y'all already know I tell this story all the time. I only wanted to be a music producer, right? A music artist. And I wanted to be a television and film director. That's it. Now there's more. Now I'm getting to do so many other things that I could only dream of, which was wild. You hear me? And not only am I getting to do it, the people that's coming behind me, they getting to see somebody model it. So now they don't even have the story that I had where it's like, oh, I didn't see nobody else doing it, so I didn't really know. That ain't, nah. I'm getting to be the blueprint. You feel me? I'm getting to be the one that family members look up to, friends look up to. Hey, let me call Naye, because Naye doing da 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 da. Naye leaned in. Naye trusting God. Ba da ba da da da. You feel me? And that right there, listen, that's better than bread. You hear me? That's better. That's better than any materialistic thing that you can think of. The fact that somebody thinks of you when they are having a moment of like doubt, when they're having a moment of like, I want to get closer to God. They thinking about me. I love that for me. You hear me? So yeah, listen, lean in. Start making better decisions today. Because I promise you, those people, my mom used to have this saying, don't nobody want to see you doing better than, don't nobody want to see you doing better than them. And I used to think that that was like, oh, mom, like you tripping. Like that's my friends or that's my family. And it's like, no, the truth of the matter is there are some people that they are so okay with their situation that they get the benefit from you staying where you at. And they want to help you stay where you at because they don't want to be alone. Y'all heard that saying, misery loves company. Baby, you are the company. You understand? You better come on. Yeah, you better go ahead and leave that. Walk away from that because I'm telling you what's ahead, what's forward. It's way better than what's back here. Even the people. I promise you, I done had some encounters recently that has just been mind blowing to me. But I would have never had access to it had I not cut certain things or cut certain people off. You hear me? So yeah, I don't know about y'all. Listen, I'm having, you hear me? And I'm going to continue to have, and it's going to continue to go up. And I hope I see y'all up there. You hear me? Yeah. Hey, if this right here was for you, make sure you save it. If it wasn't for you, come back to it, watch it again, share it with somebody else because I'm telling you, all of us should be going where? Forward. You know what time it is. Let's go.